We are back.
Speed round.
This is a bonus episode, speed round. We're going to be talking about top 3 trends in retrospective on 2024. So I'm here with David Bishop of Brick Meets Click. David, I'm going to ask you to name your top 3 trends that we picked up on this year and will likely carry into 2025.
First one is helping customers save more. Second is the resurgence of delivery. And the third is subscriptions are our next S curve for growth.
So let's talk about the first one, helping customers save more. That's obviously interpreted in a lot of different ways, as you know, we've talked about. Some of members of our audience would consider it rewards and redemption in concert with a loyalty program. Give me what your perspective is on this.
Helping customers save more, first and foremost, is framing it as helping those customers shopping with you walk away feeling as though they got some special deals and that you helped them keep more money in their purse. Let's just put it in perspective. Walmart today, when you're shopping online with them, at the end, they highlight how much you saved with them today, both in terms of the rollbacks or manufacturer coupons, as well as the money you earned in Walmart cash, which is good for future purchases. So if Walmart, the essential market leader on price for the most part, is doing that, it reinforces the importance that no matter who you are, customers are in a bind today. So having explicit ways of showing how and where and how much you're saving them is critical.
I think for the supermarkets or the regionals that are also going down the path of really focusing on dollar savings calculated at the cart level and on checkout, the pitfall could be on the execution of experience. You shared with me an example. Do you want to elaborate?
Yeah, I'll refrain from shaming the retailer, but in this case, this retailer offered digital deals both online and in store. Great. That is what we're talking about. Now, in the case of the in-store deals, I was at that retailer just last night, and I was trying to take advantage of those in-store digital deals. The challenge I encountered were technical issues using their app in the store. Whether it was the poor Wi-Fi coverage or they had some other system issue, I couldn't scan the QR code, so I couldn't take part or take advantage of any of the deals that they had. So consequently, that became infuriating because, I felt like, gee, I tried, but yet I couldn't save. So you made me work for it, and then you disappointed. And that disappointment is just going to cause me to rethink what and where I'm going to spend my money the next time. So that's 100%. Not a good thing when it comes to poor execution.
Lesson there, execution is key. Trend number 2 was the resurgence of delivery.
This is something that's been, occurring very slowly, but it's been happening as the retailers remove friction, and the friction that they're primarily removing are related to these explicit costs. And they're doing that in a way that ties to our third trend around subscriptions. And, it's not necessarily about speed in terms of getting it quicker. It's about getting what you want when you want while avoiding paying more than necessary. So again, having those options is driving that. Some of these deals are really catalyzing this growth that we're going through. Delivery ultimately is the more convenient option versus pickup because it does not require the customer to drive to and from the store. But the issue that regionals are going to face is that delivery, by its very nature, disintermediates their advantages around proximity to the customer in terms of being conveniently located, as well as the reasons why customers shop with them in the physical place, which is the quality of their products or the services in their service departments. And the delivery disintermediates those. And now we're seeing really a leakage of the center store from grocery into mass because those are products that frankly can be bought anywhere. Delivery has a double-edged sword. It's roaring with mass retailers like Walmart right now, while I think it's struggling in some cases with the regionals, and the lack of that volume is concerning because, volume can address many issues that, that are still in front of us.
And our last one, subscriptions are the new S-curve. Go.
I think we've seen since May and June that these subscriptions by themselves weren't what triggered this run on subscriptions, because those offers were around beforehand. It was the deep discounts that have gone as deep as 80% in some cases, but generally hover around 50%. Those have helped lock in customers for retailers for a 12-month period because the focus of those deals have been on the annual plan. And once you've invested in that, you're committed to a degree, and new habits form very quickly in that environment that only get, unentrenched through some dissatisfaction with the service. So, we're going to see this continue to play out into the coming year. It will be interesting to see when we cycle through this in June and July of next year, what we see, but we would anticipate fairly good retention of those memberships, which we would say could be somewhere between 30 and 40%, but we're going to have to wait and see how that happens. But it's just going to be more competitive going forward with fewer customers to chase.
There you have it. 3 trends for 2024. If you want to have more detail on each of those or any of them, by all means, reach out to David or myself, and we're happy to share previous recordings or reports. Thanks, David. Talk to you next time.
You're welcome, Mark. Thanks, Mark.
That's good.